Hola,
Hola,
¿qué tal hoy?
muy bien.
Hello.
What's going on, neighbor?
Not much.
Hello,
Hi,
You're
Mario.
in the desert.
hello.
I'm home. I'm in LA.
Got sunny today, finally.
Finally. Oh my God, it's going nuts.
It's been nicer, and I have a client in London.
Yeah.
Video conference with them today. They've had better weather than us.
Oh, we've had terrible. Yeah, today was only the first nice day. Nuts. But I'm going to the desert on Thursday.
Did you go to the golf tournament?
Which one?
U.S. Open? It was
I
here
did
at the
not.
LA Country Club. First time they let Jews onto the course.
I probably, unless there was a celebrity, I don't know. They have any Jewish movie stars or studio head?
Ernie was there.
Ernie was out. Oh, he went?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods was the first black to play the whole course.
Wow.
No, I don't know if that's true.
Not Sammy Davis Jr. He's the first black and Jew. And one-eyed Vixen.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a beautiful course. They say
I saw it for the
season.
first time because I was turning into my office in Century City
Oh,
last week off Santa Monica Boulevard. I usually don't go that way, but I happened to. And so the whole gates were wide open because they were letting cars park there.
Here's the golf expert.
And then they like the hills behind it with the homes. It was beautiful.
Yeah, Walter, how's the LA Country Club?
What?
I wasn't
How's the
there.
LA Country Club?
I played there before. I was in New York. I wasn't.
They don't let you play there. What are you talking about? You take one
I
foot there, they'd be like,
excuse me, they wouldn't let you play there. My lineage is very good. They said I can play.
only South African Jews they let play there?
No, they have some Jews over there. Have some Jews there. But I mean, my best friend of mine was the president of the USGA, so I think he has a little pull. And I would have had tickets also for this, but I wasn't here.
All right.
What's
Good
that
to know
stand
you.
for?
I'll know for next time.
What?
What's USGA? U.S. Goy Association?
That's right. USGA is a very big, prestigious thing. It's
Oh.
okay.
What's it cost to belong there?
I have no idea.
The
How
LA,
about a Wilshire? What's Wilshire cost?
the LA club, I
Cost
saw it today.
Yeah, how much?
250,000 to apply, and then 30,000 a year.
Oh, okay.
Dues are only 3,000 a month. That's
by
not
the way,
bad.
by the way, the Jewish club is more expensive.
Oh, Hillcrest?
Hillcrest is more expensive. Hillcrest today is 280,000 or 300, and also costs you around $2,000, $2,500 a month.
A month.
How much did they say the LA Country Club is to join?
260.
250,000.
It's cheap.
It doesn't matter how
Brentwood-
much it costs to join. It means it matters if you get
Brentwood
equity
is-
out. Can you get
Brent-
out?
Brentwood is
Did you make money on the equity? Can you sell it?
And you have to, in Brentwood, you have to give $25,000 to charity, to Jewish charities. Besides,
Yeah, to yeah,
like the Jewish Federation.
to the Kollel of LA.
Okay, we're on Lamed Hay. 35. Nimnu Malashbia. That they stopped. We said that a widow can only collect her ksuba with a shvua, and they stopped her from taking shvuas. My time. Why did they stop this? There was a man in famine times. Shehifki dinars of its alman. He gave an almana a golden dinar to watch. Vihinachto bekachel kemach. She put it in a jug of flour. And unbeknownst to her, va'afaso b'fas unesanto la'ani. She baked it, the dinner got lost because it got baked into a bread, and she gave it to an ani.
By the way, this is an unbelievable Gemara. It's such a Musa Haskell. It's like a crazy Gemara. But anyway, carry on. Sorry, it's an amazing Gemara.
Liyamim ba bala dinner v'amarla. So after the period of time that she was supposed to watch it for him, he came to collect the dinner. And he said, Avili dinari, give me my golden dinner. Amarle, well, she looked for it. She couldn't find it, but she knew that she didn't willingly do anything with it. So she said, Yenes samamoves be'echad mi banea tel osa isha. Let death occur to one of the sons of me. If I ever had enough from your dinner. A few days later, one of her children died because of what she said. She took an emestik shvua. She had not knowingly or willingly spent the golden dinner. Yet, al tiftach peb l'satan. She took a klala which came true because it was true. She ended up using the dinner. Kach. So anish bal sheker lachas kama v'kama. Somebody takes a false shvua, how much severe the punishment is going to be. So the Gemara doesn't understand my time at Iansha. Why did she get punished? She did take a shvua be'emes and she didn't benefit. So she did benefit. The ishtar shilo mokum dinner. She used less flour to bake the bread. The place that the dinner was used up space, and she was able to save some flour because of it. So she had some hanoah from the dinner. Well, if then she did have hanoah, why is this considered an example of someone who took a true shvua? She did not take a true shvua because she had benefited from it. It's kamisha nishba be'emes. Her kavana was to say the truth. She didn't think that she had used the dinner. But since it was a small mistake, it goes to this far. So that's why they stopped women from being mashbia to the yisomim, because she's going to take a shvua that I didn't benefit. Maybe she doesn't know when she benefited. So they said no more shvuas. Freak the Gemara good kasha. So what does that do with an almana? They should have stopped shvuas for anybody. Afilu grusha nami. When a grusha comes to collect her ksuba, there from you, so there we like to take a shvuah. Alam amr of zemer shvuah, loishar almana of a grusha mashbiyan also. If it's a problem for everybody, Why did they say it's only a problem for Amon? Where's the Amon shiny? Dibahi ano de katorchi kamedi yasmi. Asya le'urya heterim. This Almana has been helping the Yisomim. There's no father. So she's working for these Yisomim. So she's going to treat herself leniently. Maybe she benefited something from the Dvarim, and she'll claim, I deserve this. They owe me this. And maybe when we make her take a shvuah that she didn't benefit, she'll take a false shvuah. Because maybe she took this thing, but she gave it back because of all the work she did. That's why in Almana, a grusha were mashbiinosa, but not an Almana. We don't let her take a shvuah in Beis Din. In Beis Din, you have to hold on and say for Torah. But people took shvuahs outside of Beis Din, and there she could take a shvuah. Rav Bichlal did not collect the ksuba of an almana because he didn't want her to take a shvuah no matter where, even chutz Beis Din. Kasha, okay, it's a kasha. Rav Yudam Rav. B'sura masnuachi. In surah, that's how they learn. Binardo, they learned it a little different. When do we stop her from taking a shvuah in Beis Din? Avachutz Beis Din mashbinosa. B'Rav afilu chutz Beis Din nami in mashbinosa. Rav l'tamei, the Rav lo magbi ksubal amralosa. Rav under no circumstances collected the ksuba on behalf of the Almon from Yisomim. Freik the Gemara, but our Mishnah already said, Vili Adra, let her take a neder, like we said in our Mishnah, instead of a shvuah. Viligbia, why did Rav make a blanket? I'm not going to collect, like in our Mishnah.
Ernie, I don't understand. It's a black and white with the ksuva. It's not a gray area. In other words, that where she gave the dinner, we understand what happened. The dinner, so it took a little bit of away. She said something out of her mouth, but here she's taking a shvuah that money belongs to me. She's not taking a shvuah that something's going to happen to somebody or something.
No. She takes a shvuah that she hadn't received from her husband while he was alive, some of the ksuba payment.
Yeah,
she's coming to collect from the Yisomim.
right.
So normally, creditors cannot collect from Yisomim without a shvuah. So
Right.
even the Amana has to take a shvuah that she wasn't prepaid some of her ksuba by her husband. That's the shvuah she takes.
Yeah, I understand. But
And maybe she took. Maybe she took, like we just explained the svara.
yeah, but if she took she made a shvuah saying if I took anything, my son is
No, we don't
kaput, my
want.
child.
She didn't say that here, but we don't want anyone taking a shvuah l'sheker.
I understand. It's not even taking a shvuah. You say something wrong out of your mouth, so you can get in big trouble, even not a shvuah. So I've seen that happen. I've seen somebody who once said, you know what, if somebody called him for tzedakah, Ma'aser Shaya called him for tzedakah, and he was playing the fool, and he said, my banker told me I had no money. I promise you, 2 years later, I nearly had a heart attack when he said it. He was joking. And 2 years later, the guy had no money and he had to come on to other people to support him. And he was a very rich man. So anything you say, you don't have to make a shvuah even. Anything you say, you have to be careful what you say.
Yeah, but a shvuah.
I remember you told me that story. It was very, very scary.
Yeah. So I'm saying, but I don't understand the Gemara here because, the woman, if she doesn't make a shvuah, she's not collecting any money. She's going to be on the street. She can't collect a ksuva.
No, so the Mishnah said she makes a neder instead of the shvuah because it's not as chomer. So the Gemara, and so then
we know we learned Nedarim. Nedarim are very chomer.
I understand, but our Mishnah said Shetei noideres liasoimim komashi yirtzu the gobek suvasa. They'll make her take a neder like I'm not going to eat mezoinos. I'm not going to eat food. And she tries to upkeep the neder. But that we allow rather than a shavua. Now the Gemara is asking Rav, why didn't Rav allow her to collect based on making a neder, like our Mishnah said? We see from our Mishnah very clearly that they allowed her to take a neder, not a shvua. A shvua you take holding a sefer Torah. You don't do that with a neder. So there are dinim that are more stringent regarding shvua. So listen to the answer the Gemara gives. Bishani de Rav kili nedori. In the years of Rav, they were making lax with nedorim. So therefore, Rav could not rely on them making nedorim because they were making mizals on nedorim as well. So therefore, since there's no other way to collect from Yisomim without a shvua, without a neder, she couldn't collect. That's the sheet of Rav. Hahida soilakame Ravuna. A woman came and Almona came to get her ksuba collected from the Yisomim. Armala ma avidle. Well, I can't help you. Rav lo magvi ksuba l'amalaso. I follow Rav. Rav didn't allow collection of the ksuba from the Yisomim. Amrale midi hutaima. There was a reason for it. Ela dilma naktina midi. Maybe I had taken something from the ksuba, miksubosai. But Chai Hashem tzavakos im neneti miksubosai klum. I take an oath with the name of Hashem tzavakos, I didn't benefit. Fine, we don't formally, this woman wasn't given a shvua formally by Bezin. But if a woman jumps and makes a shvua, even Rav will be modeh that you can pay her off if she's koifetzes. And she can collect her ksuba. Aida soy lekamed Rav Ravuna. And Almona came to collect her ksuba. Armela Maya vidle. Rav lo magvi ksuba lamalosa. Well, I can't help you. Rav already paskin, we can't collect for you. Baba Mary lo magvi ksuba. Even my father had the same halacha. Amrele, fine. Remember, there's a big ksuba payment to pay out. Let's say she's going to get married a second time. So she wants her money. Now, until she gets money paid out from her ksuba, she's allowed to be fed mizonos from the assets of the Yisomi. So she said, okay, you're not giving me my ksuba, havli mizoini. Okay, so I'm going to eat from the nichse abal, as long as I don't marry somebody else. Omer lo mizoni nami leslech. You don't get mizoni seizure. Why? The trigger when a woman stops getting payment for mizonos is when she goes to Bezdin to request payment on her ksuba. So the request alone ends the mizonos. So the Amra lay, so this woman got angry. Afchul kurse. You should be dumped out of your throne, meaning what kind of Rav are you? You should be yored from your Gdula. Kibeitrei Avdali, you're paskening like two opposite shitas. You're not giving me not my ksuba and not my mazonos. Now, Rabbi Ravuna was afraid of this klala that this woman made. He took his chair and he turned it upside down. So that v'tirtzua, and that was Makayim the klala that so it wouldn't happen in reality. However, he was sick. He got some kind of illness because of that klala. Armale Rav Yehuda. The Rav Yirmeh Bira. Adar Bezdin, V'ashba chutz lebezdin. You have two eitzes. You can make her take a neder in Bezdin, or you could have her take a shvua outside of Bezdin. V'lesi kol v'leifel budni. D'ba'ina ki yechid avid bei ma'isa. I want to see that she can get a collector ksuba. He went against this sheet of Rav. The halacha is, as long as she's an almana and she hasn't collected her ksuba, she gets her mizonos. When she comes to Bezin to collect her ksuba, no more mizonos. But in Bezdin, you can't give an almana shva, but chutz Bezdin you can. And
Let
she
me
can-
ask you, Ernie.
and she can collect.
Let me ask you, Ernie. This halacha came about because of this baking of the cake, right? From that, right? That you can make a
But
shvua.
no, and then, but our Mishnah, that was they said we shouldn't let her take a shvua, but Hiskin Rabbi Gamliel Zokein Shetenu Noderisli Yisomim. In Bezdin, you can make her take a neder.
No, but I understand. In Basin, you can make her take a neder, but she
No, a
can't take a.
neder because he made
But
it takana.
they can't take a shvua. Can't take a shvua. I don't understand. Men allowed to take a shvua. This halacha obviously still in place. So what makes you?
Because we gave a svara why the almana in economy. The Gemara asked, then it should have applied to everybody. So we said no. The almana has a special reason why we have to be suspicious that she may take a false shvua, because she's working hard for these yisomim. She's going to be matir heter for herself. She's going to take something on the side.
No, I understand, but
Thinking
we
that she owes
could.
it. By other people, grusha, we take.
That's for a can apply to anybody in certain situations. That's for a that
Not by a
doesn't just.
grusha. Grusha has nothing to do with the yisomim.
I understand that they're talking about grusha over here,
But those are the two people that collect the ksuba, either almana or grusha.
yeah, but there's a blanket statement about a shvua afterwards.
No, by almana, not by grusha. We said clearly, we brought a baraisa that says she takes a shvua. By choshen mishpat cases, we're going to learn.
Right.
Men take shvua. But there's no svara there to say we shouldn't, that, he thinks he's owed it.
Okay.
Because she's being metapel. That's how we have to learn the sugya here. Gufa. Arav Zer Mashmuel. Lo yishanu al almana. Aval grusha mashbinosa. That's to answer Walter. A grusha, we do give her a shvu. Afraid to Gemara grusha the adra lo. So the neder will not work if she takes a neder instead of a shvua. V'ashalchu misam ech plonista bas ploni kibilt gita minyada the acha bar hidya the metakre ayamara unadart basad perish b'olam Allah. This divorced woman came to try to collect her ksub, and she made a neder that she's not going to eat any fruit. And that she had said, I didn't take from the ksuba just one jacket and a sefer tehillim and a sefer iyuv and a sefer mishli that was old. V'shamnum b'chamisha mana. They valued those at $5. And l'chshavoli atchem yibutz hashar. She can collect the rest minus the $5 that she benefited. And she did it with a neder, not a shvua. So we see a grusha can get away with only a neder. She doesn't need to take a shvua. So Gemara says there's no raya from there. Amar Vashiyahu get Yavamin of it. This is not a regular marriage. This was Reuven and Shimon, two brothers. Reuven dies. The woman falls to Shimon. And in order for her to collect the ksuba from the first husband, they wrote this get Yavamin. She wanted to collect from the assets of her first husband. And they didn't take her a shvua, they made a neder instead. Like an almana, but it wasn't a regular get. It wasn't like a woman who was divorced and she came to collect the get. So there's no raya from there. Ravuna. We said Rabbi Gamliel made this takana that the almana can collect her ksuba with a neder. Ravuna lo yishanu bizman Shalonissus. She hasn't gotten married to a new man. Avalinissus ein madirin also. It's too late now for her to take a neder. Because this is my timer. Because shemei for lobal. A husband's allowed to be made for the nedorm of his wife. So we have no aids for her to take the net. Afraid to gemar kilonissus nami. Well, even if she's not married, there's a rule, shalachi minsaba, made for lobal. A new husband can be made for old nedarim. Of course, it can't work. Ein abal made for bekoitnin. A new husband cannot go back and be made for nedarim that were taken before he got married. But still, nechush dilma ozal agabi chacham b'shari. If a woman can get paid with a neder alone, she'll take a neder and go to a chacham to be mater neder. Ksaver tzarich lefaret that's a neder. There's a machlokes whether when you go to a chacham you have to detail the neder. So if you hold it, you have to detail the neder. The chacham is going to hear why she's why she's trying to matir the neder, why she made the neder in the first place, and he won't be matir. Now, Rav Nachman argues with Rav Huna that she can make the neder of filunissus, even after she gets married to the new husband. She can collect her ksuba from the yisod. Afraid to get more nissus vada made for lobal. What do you mean? Her new husband can be made for the neder. The madrin-in-law barabim. She takes a neder publicly. That kind of neder, the husband can't be made for. My love, nadra hashta. Meisvei. We say nissus. She got married. Goivek subasa im nadra. Even if she gets married to this new husband, she can still collect her ksuba from the yisomim if she makes a neder. My love nadra hashta, meaning she made the neder after she got married. Lo, the nadra me'ikara, and therefore the husband can't be made for. Ivatanya nisis noderes for goivik subasa. We had a baraisa that says she's allowed to collect her ksuba. Or says tanoyi. The ikal mandom neder should have barabim yeshlo afara. There's a mandom that says even if you take a public neder, you can go to a chacham to be mefer, or the baal can be mefer, and therefore that's the mandom that says she can't collect because we're worried that the baal will be mefer. So if the baal cannot be mefer, you can let her take the neder because there's no problem that it's going to be hufa. We mentioned this machlokes that you have to detail what the neder was. Rav Nachman Amar ein tzarich. Rav Papa Amar tzarich. Rav Nachman Amar ein tzarich. The Amar tzarich, because if you say you have to detail the neder, zinin the guy is leili dibura. That when she relates over to the chacham or neder, she doesn't give all the details. The chacham maidish shama mefer. So the chacham, whatever he heard is mefer. And what he didn't hear, he can't be mefer. So Rav Nachman would say the chacham has to be mater all of the net. Papa tzarich. Maybe there was a neder on some kind of isser, like, a woman takes a neder that she's never going to eat again. Well, she's going to be lying. If the chacham doesn't know the detail, he's going to be mater such a neder. So what are the proofs to these two shittas? Not. Anose noshim bavera. A Kohen marries a grusha. Puzzle. He may not do the avoda at shehider anah until he takes a neder that these women cannot have anah from him, and therefore he has to divorce her. V'tani Allah, noider, v'oive. It means once he makes a neder, he can immediately do the avodah. And then yoired umagarish. Then he comes down from the mizbech and divorces his wife. Now, amrit ein tzarich lefartas neder. If you're going to tell me you don't have to detail what neder you made, leichish dilma oz legabe. He'll go to a chacham v'shari lei, and then he'll stay married to this woman psula, and he did the avoida retroactively in Apostle Dika straight. But the Gemara answers the madrin lei barabim. So you can't be matir a neder that was taken publicly. So that's the kind of neder we make the Kohen take. Oh, that's going to be good according to Manda Omar that says you can't be matir such a neder. We'll see. That's a machloket. Okay, so I'm going to mincha. Sorvin Rabbanim will be at 8:30. God willing.
Very good.
Yeah.
See you
Great
later.
Gemara this.